We are in sunny South Florida at the end of January, and it's 77 degrees out today. Beautiful blue skies. And we're going to talk about this 2017 Leopard 48 Fort Stateroom version called Adonis 2 that just arrived in Fort Lauderdale. And this was in charter for a few years, crude charter, and got a full phase-out refit. Now that means that the owner had a survey and they fixed all defects noted at survey except for minor cosmetic issues. So if it affected safety and navigation, guaranteed they fix it. So everything works. Buying these boats with a refit is a smart way to do it because they spend the money and not you. Sometimes on a boat like this, they could spend $40,000 or more just to remedy the defects. So let's go aboard and check it out. This yacht is priced at $495,000, which puts it at the lowest price one of this vintage. And
welcome aboard, Gary.
Dave, how you doing?
Excellent.
Okay, so let's see. We got these are 57 horse Yanmar diesels, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and so this is actually a 4-stateroom with, or 5-stateroom, because there's a 4-peak cabin for crew. Now,
Right.
It's not the biggest in the world, but, you know, it's okay for kids or, you know, a crew member who doesn't demand too much luxury. Why don't we go look at this engine over here? Okay, so we got nice big engine space, nice and clean, and easy to get to everything, not cramped, because these hulls are nice and wide in the aft sections, which don't slow the boat down very much, but give you the room you need in the utility spaces and in the aft staterooms. All right, so why don't we just walk around the bow area, and there's our cockpit area. And I like these small cushions because they're easy to move around, and if the wind blows one overboard, it's not the end of the world because they don't cost as much to replace as the long cushions. This boat got all new sails as part of the refit, and a lot of the running rigging looks new to me. So these refits are a great thing. It's a good value. This boat here is a good value for sure. Now, when I walk on a foredeck and I see this vinyl coated trampoline and the roller furler by Profurl, it tells me that this boat is rigged right. These last twice as long as the El Cheapo nets that you see on a lot of other catamarans that, you know, wear out in 4 years and you fall through it and break your toe like I did. And so this is the best thing to replace them with. And so this Profurl system is used by 98% of the round the world racers. It's strong, it's low maintenance, it's reliable, and this tells me that this is a first-class boat. All right, so here's one of the 4-peak staterooms, and you see there's a ventilation hatch that leads back to the other part of the boat, and you know that's a good thing because you can, when you're at anchor into the wind, you can get flow-through ventilation and stay nice and cool. Okay, so let's just walk over here, and this is the crew cabin with a bunk, and so kind of get an idea of that there. It's not the biggest, but you know, in a pinch it'll do. So let's see, what do we have over here? We have a generator in here, and this is a Northern Lights. Let's see how many kW this is. This is a 9 kW, and so it's in its own sound shield, and we have extra space. The Leopards deploy the anchors up forward here, not from the bow, but closer to the hull, which is better for weight and balance purposes. It centers it makes the center of balance more toward the mast, which is what you want. You don't want weight in the ends on a catamaran. They're very weight sensitive. Okay, so why don't we open this hatch over here, have a look. And we notice that the chain on this anchor is new. Okay, and so there's an extra spare anchor and a dock line, and there's the chain locker. Notice that it's really deep. And you know, that's important because on some of these other boats that aren't as well designed, when you have a shallow anchor locker, the chain can pile up like an ant pile and then jam up under the windlass and break the windlass. And so this is just a better design. And look at these big water tanks. Dave, you can change these out pretty easily.
A lot easier access to
Yeah.
a lot of boats.
Yeah, speak toward the mic. Speak toward the mic because we got a lot of background noise.
Yeah, these are a lot easier access than most boats. All the systems to access on this boat to maintain it are really easy to get to.
And you've seen a lot of water tanks that need replacing after so many years, right?
After years of use, they start to sometimes leak or develop a leak.
Yeah, right.
With this,
it's
very
easy.
to pull it out, find the leak, fix it, or replace it.
This is a great design. Okay, and Leopards do 100,000 charter weeks a year, which means that they get tried and tested every day. And the good thing about that is they find out what doesn't work very quickly and they fix it. And so there's a lot of nice little things here on the boat that the other makes and models don't have. Now this forward cockpit is accessed through this door to the salon, and it's got some tables here and here that fold out so you can come up here and have cocktails. And if you're anchored into the wind, you get a beautiful breeze blowing through here, which keeps the salon nice and cool. And this is another view with the two tables, and there's some deck storage in here as well. So that's where our swim fins are, masks, and some fenders. Whoops. And so going into the salon, we have the galley is over here, and nav station to port, facing forward. I like that. And these Naugahyde cushion covers last twice as long as the cloth cushions. And if you spill red wine on them and mop it up pretty fast, like I do, it won't stain them permanently. Whereas some of these cloth cushions, even though they're treated with Scotchgard, they don't they attract stains, and they kind of sort of smell after a while too. So here's the fridge and freezer and the electrical distribution panel, 12 volts all over here, 120 volt here, generator controls, air conditioning, and so it's all easy to get to, easy to maintain. Let's head on down into the hulls, and then here's the starboard side aft stateroom. What I like about this is we have plenty of shelf space. That's very important to me. When I'm cruising, I want to have my flashlight, my rigging knife, my money clip, my keys, everything next to me. So if there's an emergency, I can grab and go and take care of the problem quickly. And some of these boats, not Leopards, but other makes, they don't have shelving on the side. So that's no good. I mean, I wouldn't buy the boat just for that. Okay, so we have its own head and shower separate with that acrylic door. And there's the door to close off the suite. And walking aft, we have another stateroom. I'm sorry, we're going forward. I'm a little turned around here. And we have nice panoramic views out of this large window. And this stateroom has its own head and shower right there. The electric flush toilets, nice to have. And going over into the other hull, we have the same thing. This is a convertible dinette. It goes down and you can make a big double bunk, and you just put the other cushions in there and you're ready to go. So forward port stateroom, and it's got that ventilation hatch. I like this a lot because when it's raining and it's maybe a hot night you can leave the hatch open in that four-peak stateroom. It's made to get wet, and keep the breeze flowing through here so you stay cool all night long without having to turn on the noisy generator and air conditioning and all that stuff. Okay, so here we go. The VIP stateroom, it's just the same as on the other side with the same sort of setup for the head and shower. Okay. This boat is a great deal because it just got the refit. The tender has seen better days and you probably need a new one. I think they picked this up in the BVI before they left 2 weeks ago, and they just wanted to have a dinghy with them, and so somebody either gave it to them or they bought it cheap, but you'll need to get a dinghy. You know, a lot of these charter boats, they never had a dinghy because, you see, the charter company has a dinghy pool, and they loan a dinghy to the mothership every time it goes out. So they never had to have one. And so here we go. Dave's up here in his favorite place.
We ready to go?
Yeah, I think so. Did you get the groceries?
I think I smell food cooking. I'm looking down there, but I don't see anybody
geez.
working.
I don't know. Must be the ghost or something. But it looks like we got some nice Raymarine equipment. These engines have about 1,800 hours, which is very low. They'll go 7,500 hours before they need to go to the rest home. And we have electric winches here on both sides. Everything leads to this area, so one person can really do it by themselves.
One of the features I like about this boat is the connectivity between the helm position and the galley. So if you're a couple or family,
yeah,
you can stay dry going back and forth and communicate with each other, and
yeah, because it's right down there.
And so
yeah, and this looks like you can button this enclosure up pretty tight and stay dry and warm if you're up north.
This has new sails on it too. The main's brand new.
Yeah.
New running rigging.
Yeah, it got a great refit. Okay, so I think I've covered everything. But if not, give Dave a call. What's your phone number?
You can reach me at 305-613-2049. That's Dave Coster.
Alrighty. And so if you want to get more information, you can also find us on our website, largecatamansforsale.com. And we've got plenty of resources. And look at our Q&A questions. Some of the questions that our clients have asked are really good ways to learn about this lifestyle that we have here. And it's always easier to learn from someone else's mistakes instead of your mistakes. So that's what I recommend you do. Go to the website and give us a call. Thanks. Talk to you later. Bye.